We welcome you to prime time here in Kissimmee, Florida, and what a way to kick off the Division II Men's Soccer Championships than with our defending national champ, Pensacola, that comes in this year as the 3 seed as the Pensacola Eagles get set to square off against Moody Bible Archers right here on the NCCAA Network. Welcome aboard, everyone, and I'm Kyle Rush. Glad to have you alongside as we get set to kick off the Division II festivities. And the game going opposite here, we will update as necessary throughout, is the 4 seed in Randall and the 6 seed in Johnson, Tennessee. But here, all the attention on the defending national champs who were here a year ago, but the regional final didn't go quite as planned. As in the regional, they lost to Trinity Baptist, who some thought may get an at-large bid, but they did not. They lost to Bob Jones the game after to Trinity Baptist. In penalty kicks, it was a 3-2 decision, and that was the last time Pensacola came out to play. Joe Lewaus is the head coach. As you take a look at the starting lineups, we'll start with Moody Bible Institute and the Archers, and their journey here. They have been awfully good situationally at times this year, and that starts in goal with Caden McCullen. But Moody now in a position to try to really make a run here at a national championship. This game they know is so important. They played 2 games in the fall. They are 2-0. Switching things over to the defending national champs and how they may find a repeat. It starts tonight. And just in 2 pools, you got to be the top of your pool to get to Saturday. And that starts tonight. And Hayden Hoffman and company, a lot of upperclassmen. Hoffman, one of them, the senior from Cleveland, Ohio. He knows what this tournament's like. Look for him to provide the spark early on. So the lineup's introduced, and teams making their last-minute preparations, and we're glad to have soccer for you here tonight at prime time on the NCCAA Network on a Tuesday night. And well, while some Pensacola may say there's a bit of chill in the air with temperatures dipping into the 60s and a light breeze, for Moody Bible Institute, yeah, that's a nice September day in November as we get set to play soccer here, and look forward to bringing you all the action. It will be the Eagles who will get the first touch. They are in white jerseys outlined in blue up around the shoulders, navy numbers that you see there, moving right to left here in the first half. And they will be tasked against a hungry Moody Bible Institute as they come out in navy and white. Their 2 games this year, they've pitched shutouts as Moody. They have yet to allow a goal in 2020. Maranatha Baptist was a 3-0 win. Faith Baptist Bible was 5-0. What does this NCCAA tournament present? If they continue to pitch shutouts in 2020, they'll end Saturday as national champs. Long way to go until then. It's the 5 and the 3 seed here in Pool B. Neither one of these teams will have to take on Bob Jones until the final. Grace College, the other one, or Grace Christian, beg your pardon, the other one in this pool. They'll take on Moody tomorrow and Pensacola on Thursday. Sent far side, and first run of the day. Cut off there initially. Rafael Sanzio, a Brazil native, went to track it down as Pensacola now gets it back to Sanzio, trying to matriculate their way through traffic. And this will be the 4th game on this field today, but the field walked it between the 3rd game and this one. It is in very good shape as Kluivert wins the throw, and they'll push forward. Sanzio will toss in. Look for a touch, weaving through traffic in a tough challenge there, and good sportsmanship as Gaviera, who was responsible for Pensacola man taking the spill, helped them up. And so now a set-piece opportunity perhaps presenting itself. Drifting into the attacking third, all kinds of spills, but a finish to be had, and the defending national champs take little time in striking first. A lot of contact, but it's Anthony Ruiz who goes straight to the bench and leapfrog. Take another look. The bender in, a couple Pensacola people trip, but the trip helped Ruiz get to the header first. And left Moody hoping for a call. It never came. As young Jaco thought that because he got tripped up, it was all incidental, though. And it leads to our first strike, less than 2 minutes in. Well, how's that for a start to defend your title? And there was little question, perhaps, of would they get back here and would they be as sharp as they were a season ago. They've certainly started that way. And the shutout streak for Moody is over. And got to keep in mind, too, how quickly things can change. If you're Moody, you sent the possession deep into the attacking third right out of the onset. And then meticulously working their way up the field to the Eagles, and then the set-piece strike. And Anthony Ruiz, the freshman, who is not part of that national title team, makes his mark early. Good run here by Jones. He looks to turn, unable to do so. Goal kick coming. So, David Cuevas in goal barking signs as he tries to push the Eagles forward. Here comes Sanzio. Near side, it's the captain, Boszowski. Played back in early 1-0 advantage. But they know how this tournament wears on. More than that, imperative. Later on, and get your opportunities, you got to strike, because you never know how quickly the tide can turn. Boszowski looking to create space. There wasn't much, but he does find teammate far side, and Rieger, who fires high. I mean, one would have to wonder for Pensacola if extra motivation perhaps set in after the disappointment in the regionals against Trinity Baptist. If perhaps that would provide a defending champ who might otherwise be a little more complacent, put a little more fire in the belly, as you will, and led to an early strike as that one's escorted out of play. A reminder, the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Pressure on, sent back. The keeper who plays away as McLuhan sent it away, and then it's going to be coming back his direction. He's given up the early goal here as the sophomore from Kalamazoo, and Boy, took till his third start and in this national tournament to give up his first goal, but it didn't take very long in the tournament to do it. Ball played through and toward the parking lot, and it'll be a throw. Deep in for Pensacola. But as we mentioned, the national champs from a year ago beginning their title defense. And as you look in games that they have played so far, they've taken 145 shots more than their opponents, and that's led to a 7-5 record in the NCCAA. They are 4-1. That game against Trinity Baptist we alluded to just a little while ago. And I think if you're Pensacola, is trying to put that one out of your rearview mirror. The quicker you play again, the quicker you get people to stop talking about that one and talk about the most recent contests. This one started off well, as that one's excused out of play by Gaviera. So Gaviria helps steer that one clear and winds up McLuhan. His goalkeeper. Gaviria in on that one as well, helps win possession. Now can they turn it to a run? A quick touch there and a little touch too far, as Riley Brown tried to steer it. Worth noting too, for Moody Bible, we talk about the experience that Pensacola has had. This is a young roster for Moody Bible. Now they do have a slew of seniors, but a lot of underclassmen here as well, and it's a good mix as they're going to get their first corner here. It's a good mix for head coach John Forsyth patrolling the sidelines. Riley Brown, a sophomore, to hit the corner. Low driving ball driven out of the zone quickly. And now eager is Moody Bible to put it back in, a whistle. And they'll have a chance to do just that on a set piece. So everyone for the Eagles will now drift back and work to defend from there. Oh, nearly got the header on the end of it. It's going to be a corner, as it was defended well, of the utmost importance, as that one came spiraling in. And Hayden Hoffman, another senior, wants to go out in these NCCAA championships as he did his junior year, and that is a champion. As again, it'll be Brown to take a corner. The second in the span of 3 minutes or so. Ball sent in toward the back post. Oh, he spun it in. You won't see a goal finer than that. Riley Brown, how do you do? Who said you need a touch on a corner? Check this bender out. Stretched over the keeper, and it finds the mark. How's that for 10 minutes of soccer to start off the Division II NCCAA National Tournament? If you need a reason to stick around for the rest of the tournament, those first 10 minutes should provide it. A dazzling strike and an early candidate for a Score International score of the game. That was a thing of beauty. I tell you what, that might be the score of the tournament. We've seen some really good finishes, but that one certainly right up there, if not the top of that list. Lots of fine play in Kissimmee, Florida. Oh, a good move here, looking for the answer, just sent wide. Oh, what a strike. The action fast and furious as Bolshowski nearly put the Eagles back on top. But McLuhan just had enough. Bolshowski comes here. It was a strong take, and McLuhan just pushed it wide of the bar. Ball steered in, defended well, but not done. McLuhan has to save it and does. Knocked it down, then jumped on top. About as fun of a start to a game as you're going to see. And the urgency level certainly there for both. And it's in pool play, as we mentioned. Two pools, you got to find your way to the top. Three-team pool, little margin for error. You lose this one, you're going to need some help tomorrow. They're in your opposite matchup. Moody will take on Grace Christian tomorrow, and then Pensacola will be off till Thursday. Pensacola would love to do that 1-0, knowing another win would put them in the title game. Same, though, could be said for Moody Bible Institute and the Archers. A good way to describe that strike from Riley Brown. Looked like an Archer finding his mark from the corner. Oh, looking for room, and challenge too strong from Wilson. Warrants a foul as Sanzio was scrambling, looking to try to find his opening. And he'll take the set piece here. It's similar from where they struck the first time, where it was Anthony Ruiz who got on the proper end. A similar ball in. And danced dangerously in front of the goal, and nicely fielded McLuhan again. The foul was whistled there as well, so McLuhan, who's been under duress last couple moments ever since the Archers drew even. He's been tasked to try to keep it there. Now finally, maybe a moment to breathe. Is nice piece of footwork there. Keeps it in the attacking third. If you're just joining us, well, you've missed some fireworks in the early going. A set-piece strike from Anthony Ruiz put the defending champs up 1-0. And then from the corner, Riley Brown squared things up. And now you got to keep an eye on that corner, knowing he gets the opportunity. Now that he's proven he can sneak it in there. Foul here. And likely more than that. It'll be a booking and a yellow card, the first of the match. I believe it was 12 in blue that they found. Tim Bennett, the guilty party. Another set piece to come. So he might have to be a little extra cautious. And they'll square this one up, sending more men forward. Was defended well initially, and it'll go out for a corner. Intended in the direction of Kluver. North Olmsted, Ohio native. He tried to make his mark, and now a corner. First of the game for Pensacola. This lofted high and headed out squarely. Good defending there. And now can they get to it for a counter? Pressure's on and just too far in front. It was a good run from Swinson. They do win possession on the throw, though. Brown spins it forward. Now it's the Eagles who measure their next move. Sanzio ahead of steam near side. Now dance down the sideline. Kluver. And another strong challenge. It'll stay as a corner as he got to the ball. No wariness of the card there. As another corner to come. It'll be Sanzio, the senior from Brazil, that'll take it. Talk about a country that knows a thing or two about good corners. It's a national team that's made a living off of them. Men's, women's alike. Dance down front. Nice job to keep the possession from Peterson. Sanzio. No one could really get on the end of it. Limited danger that time for McLuhan. He sends and slips forward. And a foul on that challenge. We go the other way, and now a stoppage. And the athletic training staff immediately being called to attend to the injury. And so in the meantime, the players will huddle and respectively. I think the training staff wasn't near the bench, so it's a long run over there and trying to get a good look at who the injured man is. It is 5 and blue. And Travis Verkulen, a freshman out of Kenai, Alaska. You don't see a whole lot of soccer played in those parts. Man, season's got to be in the summer because you get this time up there and there's a bunch of snow on the ground. And it's not leaving anytime soon. But I attend to the young man and gives us a chance to recap what has happened already. And it's been quite a bit on an early set piece. Just 2 minutes in, Anthony Ruiz, the Spartanburg, South Carolina native, got on the proper end of one and banged through the game's first goal as Ruiz put his club up 1-0. But then the answer came on a corner just a few moments later, about 5 minutes to be exact, as Riley Brown bent in the corner kick No touch was necessary. He just ripped it right in to the corner of the goal. It beat the keeper. And that is how we have gotten to our 1-1 tie. We've already had a card to boot as Cuevas couldn't get to that corner. And still attending to the injury on the far side. 27 minutes remain. 27 and a half in the opening half. And as the young man having a hard time putting weight there. And we certainly hope Verkulen is okay. And wish him all the best. As now we'll get set to action. John Forsythe goes over to the end of the bench to check on his man. And now a card, I believe, was issued on the challenge. Yeah, I think they had a booking here. As they're talking things over by the coaching staff, as Joe Lewis wants an explanation, and I'm not certain, but it might be Clint Peterson. So several of the Eagles, along with our head referee and head coach Joe Lewis, all trying to find some answers. It looked like a card did come out. Now our referee emerges as he walks to the other sideline, and another one of the referees, they're going to talk things over with one of the Eagles. I believe it's the captain, perhaps. It is. Is our head referee having a chat with Bolszowski. And he's looking for answers. And whoa, perhaps this was bigger than that. Because we are now seeing a member of the Eagles being walked across the field. And yeah, I believe he was done. I think it went straight to red, no yellow warranted. And Lucas Sampio appears headed for the exits. Wow. Now how that changes the dynamic. So it's a red card and a man up for Moody Bible, as they have an eternity with the man advantage. As Sampio has been walked right off the pitch away from his teammates from that challenge. Don't know if anything extra was over there, but as we get more information, we will give it to you. You know, Sampio will not be a part of the remainder of this game. Sanzio looking to move forward anyhow. It's 11 on 10 now, as this one drifting toward the corner, trying to preserve it, and does. Boy, great hustle effort as the Eagles will get an opportunity on the corner here. No, it is a throw. So the save was in time to keep it away from a corner. Well done. Heads up play defensively. And now they flock to him. Chip forward, and McCluon is there. That's a big factor because it's not like the red we had earlier today where the team that got it was up 2-0 and could just sit back and play. And defend goal up 2 goals late in the game. This is still not even 20 minutes in yet. And it's a tie game at 1-1 and you're a man down. That a tough hill to climb. And change the early dynamics of this game would be an understatement. I want to pass along to you that Trinity Baptist College is offering 4-week online courses over the Christmas break, allowing you to earn credits towards eligibility before the spring semester begins. For more information, visit www.tbc.edu/winter. And knock out college courses in 4 weeks. Not a bad deal there. As it's played outside for the Eagles. So the far side wanted a run as Hoffman called for it. Ball though hasn't made it to that side of the pitch. Trying to get it there and went by a wall of defenders. They're on now. Sanzio. Since they've gone a man down, much more possession, at least time of it, for the Eagles. Big blast here played in. The long ball. That was the captain, Boschowski, at the end of it. And couldn't quite make a turn, and free kick will come the other way for the Archers. So now a man down defending becomes even more of a challenge. And corner kicks have already presented a problem for the Eagles. Is Riley Brown? It's the opposite corner. But if they were to win one over there, he scored straight off the corner kick. No extra touch necessary. They get it to Brown here. Strike in front of goal. This one's dangerous. Shot blocked aside. Nicely done. Brown tries to keep it in play and does. As Bolszowski bumped him from behind. And they'll mark it off for the wall. The 10 steps they're allowed to be, and Cuevas trying to set where everyone needs to be located. The strike comes in well off the mark, no threat. As Gaviera is going to be disappointed that more didn't come out of that. Given the locale and more pressure being put on here than anticipated by Jones. Eventually Sanzio will get the throw out of it, but Jones made him sweat back there, at least momentarily. Combination of he and Swenson. Have been a good one. Oh, a nice touch here. Kluver with a clever touch. He was calling for it, got it. What can he do with it? Dances for the cross and a nice stop. and he is fired up. Boy, they have come out here with a sense of purpose. Luke Wilson sent to the side, but still work to be done as Sanzio gets set to defend the cross. This is an Archers team full of belief early on, and despite giving up a goal in the first 2 minutes, this one's still dangerously skirting around the penalty area, and another corner to come. So Bolshowski will go to take this one in the opposite corner. He'll try it again. This time he'll just play it and now ask for it back. He does. Now chips it in, tries for the far post. Not much there. Oh, but a good win, a possession. Now working top of the penalty area, played it back. A strike blocked aside. Winter had none of it. And now cleared back out of the top line. The counter's on. And played too far and should be able to be controlled there. Sanzio does just that. And now calmly played to the back line. And Peterson, as he launches forward, races on. A chance here. Strike with the left foot, just high. Nearly put the defending champs back on top, did Riley Rhodes. The counter, a good one. The deep ball and off the flick. Rhodes had the opportunity and tried to wait for it to settle down and just got underneath it. It stays 1-1. Keep in mind the Eagles a man down after the red card as well. Well played forward, and Sanzio guilty of the foul. And one of the other captains, and Hoffman, was asking for an explanation. He got it. He didn't necessarily like it. Gaviera will now put it back in play. Make sure all his men are forward. Bends to the far side of the box. Now the chase on. Could another counter be on here? Although men are back for the Archers. And it's promptly played quickly in the Eagles zone. Sanzio. Work it again. Peterson. He delivered a dangerous deep ball a moment ago. Bolshowski gives this one a run. And all Wilson can do is send it out of play and hope for a throw. We wind inside 18 to go here in the first half. And you know adjustments will be coming. Both sides knowing Eagles are a man down, but they've looked dangerous despite that. McLuhan, again, doesn't make a save, although this one pretty clean. And again, bashes it. It'll be a throw for the defending champs. Won it in 2019, but Moody Bible Institute feels they have a real shot in this one and in this tournament to perhaps get to the title game Saturday, but it starts here. Near side, a couple touches. Wants to get it to the middle. No one was there. Far side. Dancing with the ball there. A nice move. Oh, well defended. Not fully cleared, though, as it comes out to midfield, but still possessed by the Eagles. Winds his way in. Bolshowski. Nice move, trying to create space. Does so. Works his way. Peterson wants it back. Bolshowski there. And played too far on. What a first half so far. Both goals scored in the first 10 minutes. I guess when you consider that's the way you started, it's been sort of calm since, minus the red card. Looks to be played on. Sanzi. The Archers, if you're just joining us, a man up the rest of the way. After Sampio for Pensacola was hit with a red. It didn't look like it was on that challenge on that far side either that caused the injury. It looked like it came after that, so some extracurricular, I don't know what was said or what the situation was. We'll pass it along to you should we get it. But argue there's been more organized attacks since then for Pensacola than they had prior to that. Played back, still pressured. And the ball will dance out of play. Now thrown on. And they'll throw it a little further. As Winter couldn't keep it in play. As he'll drift back into the penalty area, make sure all his defensemen are ready to thwart off yet another challenge here from the Eagles. See if they can get this one to materialize. They've had chances to regain the lead and find the game's third goal, but a couple near misses. Bolshowski dumps it off. Leaves it for Rhodes. Sanzio played back out. And now they'll hit it deep. Bolshowski toward the near post. And McLuhan was ready for it. Not under severe pressure there either. And now you hear from the far side of the Archers and John Forsyth urging his team to win the ball and try to keep it at the other end of the pitch for a while. And it hadn't happened with much regularity lately. Turn, touch, comes all the way to the back line. The Eagles work from there. Ruiz. Yes, he's a defensive back. Yes, he scored the lone goal. Played through, long run, could be a crosser here. Can they get on the end of it? They do, near post, kept in play, well done. It will be a throw-in, but was able to prevent giving up the corner. Now here comes the toss in, comes right back to him. All kinds of time to work it. It sort of worked like a corner kick as there was no pressure. Again sent in. And again, they just can't find the right man in the penalty area, and a goal kick will come from McLuhan. There's a lot of balls sent into the box, but not quite able to find the right marker, and a sub comes for the Archers as Swinson will swap out. And for the first time, we will see William Snyder, the senior forward. And worth noting, he's 6'4". So that could come key in defending this near post corner. It comes his way. He was up to the task. Sends it back out. Again sent in. McCluon skied in the air and got the ball, and it was clipped from underneath by Ruiz. As he's a little slow to get up, but good sportsmanship. Some pats on the back, but how about the play by McCluon on this ball in? Watch his position here and watch where he gets to. Full race is on, and Ruiz undercut him. He wanted the whistle, got it. And he would also probably prefer it stay on the other end of the pitch for the majority of the last 11 minutes. You wouldn't know by watching the last 15 minutes or so that the Eagles are a man down, but that is the case. After an early red card with 29 minutes or 27 minutes remaining in the half. As with nearing 10 minutes to go until intermission. Oh, good ball played in here, but no one on the other end of it, and it rolls without incident to McCluon. A good toss from McCluon here. Can it start a run? Oh, it could. Snyder, though, unable to quite get to it. And here come the Eagles again. Played far side. Looking for a crosser in. They're not playing passive by any means, despite a man down. They've had several opportunities, potentially another one in the making. Bolszowski sends one across the face of goal, and not much pace behind it. As Powell helped escort it out. Played in. Battle for Sanzi plays it back. Possession continuing to be dominated by the Eagles here as Loveland helps send it the other way around. Now they have some possession, and now they want to send it forward. But on the deep pass, the Archers unable to connect, and it's right back to the Eagles. I'll remind you at halftime, we'll have stats for you and break down the first half. Check in on the other game, kicking off pool play between Johnson and Moody. Will be at the opposite pool. Or Johnson and Randall, beg your pardon. Moody coming with a free kick, watching one thing, reading another. And Moody trying to maintain some consistent possession here over the last 7 minutes and change. They haven't had much of it. Played on. Sanzi dances through trouble. Oh, a collision there. And a shoulder check is Brown. Sent him to the deck. And so Sanzi will evaluate along with Daniel D'Souza. 33 and white. It will be Sanzi. Well, now will it? It will be. Sanzi sends another ball in. He's proven dangerous from there. Ruiz again got a head on it. But this time, McCullen able to get it without incident. That was the combination. Sanzi to Ruiz for their first goal 2 minutes in. It's been quiet as far as goals scored, not necessarily activity for the Eagles since. Minus about 4 minutes shortly thereafter, where the Archers got a goal of their own to draw things level. Now more formulated possession than we've seen in some time, although short-lived, trying to chip it back in. Nothing clear one yet. Oh, from distance they have a try, and Cuevas is there. First action Cuevas has had to deal with in a while. Trying to time a run. As Kluver wanted it on the side, he didn't get it. Now we'll dance back toward the penalty area, hoping for another opportunity. He's the last man back there. Got to be careful of offsides. Should one be sent in. It'll be a deep throw. I mentioned with about 10 minutes left that the Archers would like to see much more possession than they had, and while they might have seen a little more, not much, at least in the first 5 of those minutes. And the way things are going, despite being up a man, you would think they'd be content to go to the break at a 1-1 draw. Not that they wouldn't take an opportunity if it presents itself. Unable to get to this one, though, and possession will quickly be sent aside, and they tried to get away with it, as that one was wide. Oh, a missed touch there, but a teammate was there now. Potentially a chance developing for the Archers. They haven't had many of late. And the dance ran out. Brown. He launches one goal side. And a pretty easy take for Cuevas. But man, the footwork from Kyle Jones, certainly fun to watch. And it's been pretty good action here in prime time on the NCCAA network. First half, first game of pool play in the Division II men's tournament. Sliding stop there, had to get it out of danger. And it was trying to be chipped back in. Nothing there. Now possession very much in the balance. Now one. Bolszowski pushes the Eagles on. And now looks to try to give them a chance. Help coming. Oh, a turnover, though. Through ball. It got there. Here goes Jones. He gives it up. Snyder. It was taken from his feet in the nick of time as he looked ready to unwind toward goal. Some tense moments for the Eagles back line, and you heard the fans of the Archers sort of come to their feet, sensing the opportunity there. As quickly this way, it's almost turned into a track meet the last 90 seconds or so. Back and forth, back and forth. Counter upon counter, and now settled down a bit. Oh, dangerous in here. Excellent job. McLuhan was up to the task on the cross. Didn't let the striker get a chance. And the wise play that close to go right by the 6-yard box. That could have proven to be a decision that saves a goal with under 2 minutes to go. Take another look. The wise decision. You saw the pressure on, and Ruiz was ready to cash in and never got to him. It's not just shots on goal you have to be mindful of as the keeper. It's those crosses in front when you can eliminate the possibility of someone getting on the end of it. It was worth the risk that time. This one's chipped towards Bolszowski. The header comes out wide. A sigh of relief for the Archers. Eagles not done yet. They're hoping for a strike in the last minute. Bolszowski. And well played and finally cleared. Gaviera. Another chip in, still not clear. And again, McCluon goes high. Sends back in the final 30 seconds. Maybe a little breath and a chance toward the end of the half as Brown gets to it. Jones sends far side back toward Jones. They weren't on the same page. And loose in the box. Brown tries again. And a stab save with the right hand by Cuevas. Well, they haven't had a ton of chances, but the ones they have has proved vital. This how the first half comes to an end. Brown had already scored on a corner, and he nearly put them on top. Just missed. Cuevas up to the task. We're tied at 1 as we head to break on the NCCAA network.
One-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
The NCCAA mission states, we serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world. Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities? The NCCAA mission states, "We are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ." Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives.
Campbellsville helped me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
Our world's been rocked by fear and economic uncertainty, but Columbia International University is praying for you. We invite you to invest in yourself by enrolling in our #1 rated online programs. We promise you an affordable, high-quality education and a place of peace. Enroll today.
The NCCA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement." The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
A one-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life. One week.
Welcome back to Kissimmee, Florida, as we get set for the second half between the Pensacola Eagles and Moody Archers. You see the score not at a 1, but the shots really telling the story. And it's especially remarkable when you consider some of the other factors that go in it. Lucas Sampio hit with a red card on the far side with about 29 minutes remaining in the half. And since then, the Eagles really took control despite being down a man. 5 corners. It's required 7 saves for McCluan, who has been up to the task, at least to this point. They'll switch sides and get ready for half number 2. Those first half stats being brought to you by Score International. So we get set for half number 2. And boy, it was a quick start to half number 1. The first 7 minutes saw both goals of the match. Will it be equally as quick to start in half number 2? We shall wait and see what adjustments were made, knowing if you're Pensacola, you're going to go the last 45 minutes. First real chance at halftime to gather your troops about being down a man, and for the Archers, first to plan, knowing you're up 1. But all level on the scoreboard as we get set to go in the second half. It's a 1-0 affair between Randall and Johnson so far. And that contest, and they tried to play off a whistle. There was one. And a set piece is going to come, pleading his case, but to no avail, is Gaviera. Well, they will march this wall back, and it'll be Pensacola trying to strike to go back on top. Sanzi set to strike it. As he evaluates things and now gets the whistle. Well, he's going on goal, but well off the mark. And not close to threading McCluan there. As McCluan looked like an outfielder that just watched the ball sail well over the fence, knowing there was no play to be made. Tip near side, run on, and a foul. As Austin Momber was impeded with as he tried to make his run. Riley Rhodes, the guilty party. McCluan pressured. He had to get it out quickly. And it's resulted in a turnover, at least initially. Trying to get it out of trouble is Sami Marquez. But right back come the Eagles. And don't let the shot stat fool you. Game we had right here on this field prior to this on the Division I side, Central Christian got outshot 8-1 in the first half and won the game. Flag up. Offsides, as making the run a little early was Jones. So it'll immediately be sent back. Well, no goal 2 minutes in, like we had in half number 1. So already playing a tad different, and a throw in to come. Oh, a chance here perhaps. Have they threaded the needle? Chance toward McClellan, and it was blocked aside. Nice piece of defending. Right place, right time was Winter. This one flicked all the way back to Ruiz. It's not going to be an easy pass that as the pressure came on. Hoffman had to come help. And now a man up. Looking for a chance to push forward. They found one, and Cuevas quickly gets to it and ends the opportunity. And noting, field remains to be in really good shape despite all the action today. This is the fourth game played on this field today, but still in good shape. This field will get a break tomorrow, and well deserved, as play won't return to it until Thursday. Where it will have 3 more games. But everything holding up well across the board so far as field conditions go. Ball sent in. And again, right man for the job was Winter. And now Brown sends over to Rakala. Rakala sends it forward. Chance now brewing. As Brown gets to it, wants to send it forward. Pressured from behind, but unable to stay on the ball. And now a turnover. Pensacola gives it away. The touch too strong, and it comes all the way back to the back line. So neither team being able to maintain lengthy possession. Rakala trying to win it here as he battles with Kluver. And a whistle. As Hoffman hit the deck, and good sportsmanship the other way around as Marquez helped him back up. Better first to it there, but it stays with the Eagles. Can they break the tie now? Oh, this is a turnover. Could this prove costly? Can they materialize something from it? Numbers forward. Chance to be had. Jones dances. And a whistle comes. Fouled from behind. And it'll be a deep set piece opportunity. And Cuevas already starts calling where he wants his wall, as this doesn't come far from the box here. So Chance will definitely be available with 38 minutes remaining. And this wall will be well into the box, nearly halfway into Cuevas. You see him crouching there on the post. He knows danger that could be had here. Brown, Marquez, and others discuss the strategy. Oh, taken. They tried the misdirection. It's off the wall. Brown. Back to Jones. And they were never really able to get it into the box. And that'll whistle. And it'll go again the way of the Archers. So again, they'll have a chance to try to thread one toward the box. Brown will hit it. He struck gold on a corner. Their lone goal to this point. Oh, strikes one, a good one into the box here, but it's knotted out. Jones keeps it alive, though. Rakala. And that one's too far, and Jones gives up on it. I can't quite get to that one, he says. And now the Eagles will try to push forward. You can find that go-ahead goal. Who can find the right opportunity? Perhaps this is the one. Drop back, pressured there. It'll be a deep throw. As Rieger, Rhodes rather, was trying to orchestrate traffic for the Eagles. Head along the ground and wide. No real threat. As McCluan, who has been very good, turned out to be one of his easier stands. Chip forward, Jones now trying to make something of this. And Rakala also giving chase. And a throw will come. Momber quickly puts it back in play. And kept his footing. Took a spill, popped right back up to both players. Young J. Coe along with Kluver. And neither team, at least yet, has seemed to take control here in the second half. Not a possession or a few sporadic chances here and there. This one sent toward goal. Big stop there. Gaviera kept it from getting any deeper, at least for the time being. Weave through. Kluver chisels this one. McCullough got a hand on it. It got by him, but saving it on the back end as Bennett was to his goaltender's aid that time. And it keeps it 1-1. Pressured from behind, deeper and deeper into the zone, and that was too much of a push as Marquez tried to knock him off the ball. One all, nearing 33 minutes to go, and we want to take the time to remind you that the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel, both internationally and domestically. As a bicycle kick, McCluan, loose scramble now in front of it, nearly found the cage. Well, a chance to share the gospel internationally and domestically with SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCAA to find more. The bicycle kick that sent it skyward, and McCluan couldn't quite grasp it. And then the touch nearly found danger. Perhaps danger coming again. Hesitates, now plays it back. Looking forward, strike from distance with pace. Hoffman had heat on it, had a square look, but McCluan had time to gauge it as well. And snared it out of the air for the save. That's 1-1, and now being able to push forward is Momber, as that one came missiling toward the sidelines. All right, to make sure everyone's awake watching this game there. They laugh about it, then get back to work. Brown. Pump near side. As they regain possession thanks to Boschowski. Looks to push forward, not much there. Now good battle for possession here, and a foul will give the free kick to the Eagles. And brief conversation there. The referee and short telling Kluver, I know the rules, you play. It's all the way to the Eagle back line. Oh, there's pressure here. It's Jones with speed. Made things interesting, at least for the time being. Well, now settled down a bit. Nearing a half hour to go. As this one's hit out of play, it'll be a deep throw, not a corner. They'll still march them forward. Oh, they have given the corner. So the opportunity will be had on the set piece. Thought initially they ruled that way. D'Souza hits it back post. McCluan again is there for the ready. He has snared several dangerous balls out of the air and has helped keep it a 1-1 game. That one got by him 2 minutes in. He's been stellar since. Hesitation, now they look to push forward. As the clock continues to wind, now under 29 minutes. Who can put the pressure on by scoring the next goal? Should we have one? Clicked on, back line. There, now push forward. Eagles, remember their last game, the Trinity Baptist in regional play, they lost in PKs. It was 2-2 after extra time, and they lost PKs 3-2. Kluver looks to dance around, now get it back. Oh, he's played this one well into the penalty area, and eventually was stopped. He made a long, deep run, and it had McCluan's attention, a sophomore keeper out of Kalamazoo. As some subs come on, Ruiz will check out along with Rhodes. Cole Williams also headed toward the sideline, and back into the game is Sanzio. Salvador Paukar, the freshman trying to provide a difference, is in for Pensacola. Freshman has been the lone goal so far for the Eagles. Rakala, who makes a run, now pressures Sanzio here. Paukar got it reversed As it drifts all the way to the back line of the Archers. 26 and a half minutes remain in regulation. Jones will dance with it far side. Can he create enough space? Creates the cross. They're waiting on the back side. Rakala has to drift back to get it though. And goes the backside this time. A collision, a foul. And which way is it going? It's going, I believe it's going to go the way of Moody Bible Institute. And they're still contesting. And a spirited conversation, and that's going to be all our head referee wants to hear about that. There will be a PK coming. As the ball tucked under the arm of Gaviera. Waiting to see if he'll be the one to take the strike or whether he's just warming it up for the one that will. And it does appear that Gaviera will do just that. Gaviera to take the strike. Cuevas, his tallest order of the night. Archer's trying to go up 2-1. Cuevas trying to keep it that way. The strike. Oh, he guessed right and put it by him anyway. Gaviera gives him a 2-1 lead. Cuevas went the right direction. The finish too good from Gaviera. The little hesitation, he got it on frame. And above the outstretched arms of Cuevas. And perhaps celebration and a sigh of relief that he's come through. And now the Eagles, who have had the majority of the possession, the majority of the chances, the defending national champs find themselves down 2-1. 26 minutes remain, but a long way to go. They scored 2 minutes in of the Eagles. They haven't since. And now for the first time find themselves trailing. Good ball chipped in there. And it'll be again pressed forward. Can they add to that recent lead that they've acquired? Not this time. Sent back out. And chipped back in. Who was last to touch it? No, it still dances in play. Coe looks to help march it forward. And Brown was there in pursuit. And now he'll go throw. Substitutions forthcoming, and now with the goal that expected is perhaps mindset may change on how you play things tactically here. With the leader behind, Bo Rakala will sprint off. A corner coming. Brown will take it. This not the same direction. The same type kick where he squared it off. It would have to be the near side corner going this direction. But dangerous nonetheless. Eagles first to get ahead to it. They want to go on the counter. Good through ball here. Could do it. Had to wait on it momentarily, but now Zampano just into the ball game. Looks to make a mark. Sanzio measures things up. Back in, and also remember the Eagles are a man down. As this one's taken away, there's real estate to run there. Chasing from behind and offsides. Ooh, costly mistake. As at the very least, they could have chipped it deep in the zone and maybe killed a little more time. But remember, the Archers up a man and up a goal. Will they be up 3 points when the match is all said and done with a win? Ball sent Jones's direction. He puts the pressure on. The Eagles desperately trying to change it the other direction. Unable to do so. Now Sanzio. Push forward as Bolshowski was able to win the ball. Peterson. He tried to create the through ball. Wasn't there. Wilson knocked it out of bounds, so Eagles throw. They still maintain possession here. And it's played to that back line. As Jones and Paukar battle. Eagles trying to press on. Peterson trying to charge it in. Eluding defenders now. Drops it off. Lengthy strike. And McCluon, who's been so good all night. No surprise he's able to handle that one. Possession again, fought for in the midfield. Brown, first to it, tried to slide forward. Peterson plays it back. And now, push forward on the run. Here come the Eagles. You got to remember, a lot of championship medal on the side for Pensacola. So the Archers well know that they're not going to hang on to this 2-1 lead without a furious fight. We'll remind you that Trinity Baptist College is offering 4-week online courses over the Christmas break, allowing you to earn credits towards eligibility before the spring semester begins. For more information, visit tbc.edu/winter. And a long run. Marquez sends the ball deep. This dangerous now. And a half step late. A timely step forward by Cuevas to keep Jones from what could be a devastating touch to the Eagles' hopes. As Marquez again sends it back in. And he looks like a man on the prowl looking for the ball. Trying to send it back. Now on retreat. Sanzio. Kluver. Looking for real estate. Not much there. Sanzio trying to get the cross in. And Tuani McCluon. Without much trouble. Able to handle. Under 20 to go. And with a 1-goal lead. Searching for the upset of the 3 seed. Look at the clock, and keeper well out here and races back. Well, perhaps that a little ambitious. Luckily, not many numbers ahead. As if someone is able to get a foot to that, that could have spelled disaster. As is the play on. As the Archers will try to keep everything in front of them for the last 19:05. Easier said than done as the corner's coming. Good ball sent in. And you see with the corner awaiting all the fans of the Eagles in attendance. in their seats a little slide forward, knowing that now these chances perhaps even more so important than they were minutes ago before the PK strike from Gaviera. And a counter equally as dangerous. Oh, a crucial step by Paukar. Otherwise, the race would have been on, and I feel like there's been a couple times that it's been near disaster. On an ill-timed step, quickly trying to put it in play, but nobody's there. A chance on the set piece, and Kluver wanted to go quickly, took a quick hit, and no one in the vicinity of where he struck it. Ventilator there, and maybe the first sign of panic setting in for the Eagles, trailing by one and down a man. That makes the climb of trying to find an equalizer a little more difficult. But even with that, they have had their chances. Certainly in the first half, many an opportunity that McCluon sent by the wayside. Now some substitutions are on. As David Stifel, a sophomore forward, checks in. As a goal kick struck. And it's interesting hearing, I'm sure many of you at home doing the same, and looking at it differently depending on the side you're rooting for. Eagles fans looking at the clock, anxiously hoping there's enough time on it to provide the equalizer. And as is, it'll be a long 16 minutes for the Archers, trying to hang on to this lead. McCluon, he's been shorthanded all night. That no different. It may not go down as a save, but he has reeled in some crucial, dangerous crosses that could have found the back of the net. Now Jones, he's on the run. Can he get a cross in? Now delays, buys his time. And now a foul called. Hang on, it'll go against Jones. So free kick will be taken and played on by the Eagles. With his speed, every step dangerous when Jones gets going in that direction. Peterson urging his mates forward. Sanzio, Bolchowski trying to get position in the middle. It's sent there, header flicked on, and again McCluon. This is easier than some he's dealt with tonight, but he's there at the ready again. As we come to 14 and a half to go. A reminder, Central Christian College of the Bible is now offering the Master of Arts in Ministry Leadership at its Missouri and Kentucky campuses. That's very affordable and distinctive program combines online, career coaching, and an on-campus course to enhance personal leadership skills and lead congregations toward health. Now's the time to advance your ministry. Find more at cccb.edu. And trying to advance the cause are the Archers. Jones chips it forward. And a nice ball placed by Snyder. And then sent across, and it's a long run to the corner. Nonetheless, the longer it's over here, if you're an archer, that's less time. McCluon has to be on high alert. Sanzio, certainly a player capable of making a keeper be high alert. Bolshowski, a deep run, will get his squad the throw. And before he does, substitutes coming. And you can definitely tell the urgency when teams behind how quickly subs come in. Riley Rhodes, another forward. He comes in for Bolshowski, who's more midfielder. Sanzio trying to look for the finish. Oh, an imperative defender there as Gaviera able to help send it wide of the near post before it got to McCluon. But corners have been dangerous. They haven't found the back of the net yet, but they have proven to be a handful. Nothing that McCluon hasn't been able to handle, as he's there to measure yet another potential strike. Battle near midfield. Vital. Set now. Deep line, and McCluon will be tasked with defending yet another corner. 11 and a half remaining. Can McCluon and his archers hang on? This one dangerously creeps in and behind the net, and for a moment, hopeful at least from this vantage point, thought perhaps that was in front of the post. It wasn't. So McCluon will get a goal kick here. And I'm sure last 10 and a half plus minutes will take his time. Jones will come out. A forward being replaced by another forward in Swinson. But Jones with no doubt leaving his mark in this game. They're trying to pull off the upset. Chip forward, a foul, and a whistle. It'll be a free kick in favor of the Archers. And now under 10 minutes to go. The foul will give a free kick. And Eagles know that time starting become of the essence. And as it has so, the Eagles, good news is they've spent a lot of time on the proper side of the pitch, although free kick here will send them back defending their zone yet again. Oh, a good ball and perhaps more imperative defending by Momber to send it back, even if momentarily, allows more numbers to get back as Sanzio looks to turn it north, and now a throw in. There will be plenty of time. for them to get members back. And another sub coming. One aside. It'll be the Eagles who will make a change. Cole Williams will come in. Sanzio comes out. Caleb Baker also comes out. Hoffman in. Under 8 to play. Does McLuhan have 8 more sturdy, sure-handed minutes in goal? And does the defense have enough to keep it away from him? Enough times to keep the 2-1 lead intact? And try to turn it, not in time though, as Marquez was a step late. Played back in. Dangerous in the box there, but no one able to get on the end of it. And more subs coming. This time for the Archers. We noticed it earlier. The Archers do so not quite as rapidly as the Eagles at this stage. Pool play, 3-team pool, this game huge. The winner with an opportunity in their next contest to punch a ticket to the title game. Loser would need a win and then help. As the number 2 seed, Grace Christian awaits either. Grace Christian will get their crack against both of these teams, but the scenario of which they get that crack may be very different. The Archers will take on Grace Christian tomorrow, which if this score holds and the Archers were able to win that one, the pool would be decided by the time the Eagles and Grace Christian would tangle on Thursday. However, in combination of factors other than that, would be a far different scenario. Ball played on and escorted out, but another corner's coming and a little slow to get up. The clock will stop with 5:18 to go. And that a key player, that defense. And Gaviera. His strike on the penalty kick, the difference at the moment. Will it remain that way 5 minutes, 15 seconds from now? Now they send a ball a run here. Could be dangerous. Keeper's well out, trying to chip it back in and preserve time. A nice job done there by Cuevas to do just that. It was imperative that he beat Marquez to the ball, and he did just that. And now sent back in, looking to turn toward goal, dangerously so. And another save. McLuhan does it again. Deflects it wide and preserves the 2-1 lead. That was a heck of a strike. A great look, and McLuhan again turned it aside. Under 4.5 to go. Williams throws in, chip back wide. Battle off heads, and Here's another look at that opportunity. It was a good one, and McLuhan turned it aside just in the nick of time. Hoffman had a good look, the senior. He knows how important that opening game and starting on the right side of things in this tournament is, as he was a big part of the national championship run a season ago for Pensacola. Kluver was also part of that run. Near post and a brief bobble, but McLuhan there again. Oh, he has been busy all night long, and that was a spectacular stand. Get the sense perhaps he'll need a few more. His battery mates trying to take matters in their own hands. And if they can get a 2-goal lead here, they got a chance. Swung on, and Cuevas is there. Didn't have a ton of pace behind it. The strike from Marquez, and quickly it's reversed. Wow, scampering back are the Archers. Knowing the primary focus is preserving that lead. And an imperative challenge there to try to save time, even though it's an opposite throw, but prevents the run, at least for the moment. We wind toward 2 minutes. We'll remind you at the conclusion of this one, stay tuned to see the Score International score of the game. Got a couple quality candidates in this one. Perhaps it hasn't been had yet. As it's hit wide. And right towards our broadcast perch. Cuevas, well out of goal, tries to push forward. How forward will they push him in the last 2 minutes? William Snyder, the senior, shouting before that last throw to his troops. This is where we really dial in, trying to close it out. Dangerous ball here, though, just wide. McLuhan wasn't going to be able to get to that one. And that came much closer to that corner and tucking inside that post as the Archers probably would have liked. As is, they need to hold on for 72 seconds more. Easier said than done, though, as it, again, is excused out of play. And a throw in time becoming of the essence. Under a minute to go now. That championship pedigree, defending title defense being put to the test here. And again, it's punched out of bounds. That's more than okay. With the Archers, they would love to get a clear ball here. And they get just that. Marquez delivers it. The fans anticipating, some with phones out, counting down the final seconds. Do they have an opening win in this NCCAA championship? Just 10 seconds remain, and they're headed the proper direction. Cuevas handles it. 5 seconds to go. The final seconds tick away, and opening blast delivered by Moody Bible Institute and the Archers, as they have knocked off the defending champs 2-1 on a thrilling opening game in Division II pool play here in the NCCAA championships, and the celebration that follows. They fell behind less than 2 minutes in. And it looked like the defending champs were well on their way. They never struck again. And you see the agony on the other side and good sportsmanship. Gaviera helping Cole Williams to his feet as they exchange handshakes now as we present the Score International score of the game. And a couple to choose from in a 2-1 thriller. But it comes from the corner. This is the first strike and maybe the score of the tournament. You saw it right. No touch. Riley Brown from corner to goal. That tied it at 1. And the rest was history. The PK from Gaviera provided the difference. And an upset to start Division II is the 5 seed. Moody Bible Institute knocks off the defending champ Pensacola. So for our entire crew, I'm Kyle Rush saying so long for now. As once again, your final score, Moody Bible Institute 2, Pensacola 1, and a thrilling start to these Division II championships. To watch this game on demand or any other of the NCCAA championships, visit the nccaa.org/network or download the NCCAA Network app on your TV streaming device. Thanks for watching the NCCAA Network. I'm Kyle Rush. We'll talk to you tomorrow from the NCCAA Championship.